There is a mass manipulation going on right now. Society is constantly trying to make us be the worst version of ourselves. And I don't think many people are consciously aware of this. And people are actively thinking about this every day. A lot of people just say, oh, the world sucks, or, life sucks, or life is hard. But they're not asking who's making it hard. And then also, people aren't asking themselves how they are personally making it harder for themselves to exist and be peaceful and be happy. So with this video, I hope to break you out of this matrix, out of this reality that the powers that be are putting you in. And I want you to be your own person. I want you to be able to have your own unique thoughts, your own unique opinions. And I want you to question things more. When you question things and you research things and you listen to your inner voice, that is how you're truly seeping into your own inner spirituality, into your own soul. I want people to go back to release what's being put in their mind and tap back into what your soul is trying to express. And that's the whole point of us being here. I think people are forgetting about the spiritual curriculum that we're under, and they're too busy getting caught up in this materialism and worldly things that don't matter. And that's okay, because you know what? With this video, you won't be that way anymore. When it comes to me, I don't think I was ever a person that was super plugged into society. I think to some level we all are, but even from birth, I've always questioned things. My parents used to tell me that if they couldn't explain something to me, I would go and try to find the answer on my own. I will always seek answers for myself, for satisfaction. And that's something that I still do to this day, because I deeply believe in researching for yourself. I deeply believe in asking questions, wondering, trying to figure stuff out that resonates with my inner spirit, that makes sense for me. And I don't like I don't like control. I hate when people try to tell me what I should think or how I should be, because I know my soul has a unique way, a powerful way of expressing myself and existing in the world. And I just want to be tapped into that. Because I believe when you're tapped into your own soul, you are tapped into God. And God is going to give you the right formula and the right spiritual curriculum so that you can be the best version of yourself, live happy, and have whatever you want. And here's some questions to think about if you're wondering if you're too plugged into the matrix and you're too plugged into society and you're not listening to yourself. The first question I would ask you is, do you always seek validation from other people? Do you need a yes from other people to validate what you think, what you believe, or what you should do? If you have an idea to do something, do you always need another person? Or do you need to see somebody doing it in society to do it first? My second question would be, are you actively being influenced on the way that you think or you talk by a celebrity or a politician? Do you genuinely feel that way about that topic, or do you genuinely want to dress that way or want to talk that way? Or do you think that it's something it's cool because a celebrity's doing it or somebody important is doing it, so you feel like you should dress that way or you should be that way? Or were you born into a religion and have you ever questioned the religion at all? Are you too fearful or scared to question the religion? Do you feel satisfied? Is the religion actually helping you? Is it actually making you be a loving person? Do you actually feel connected? All of these questions are things that you have to really think about in order to figure out if you're brainwashed or you're plugged in too much. Social media is like presenting you a reality that doesn't exist. It's presenting you with all these people that are fake happy, fake wealthy, and it's a lot of fake information. There's a lot of division where like you have to choose a side between things when it comes to like politics or relationships or just really anything on social media. Social media is causing people to be a different version of themselves that isn't authentic. And then when you see that, you're thinking that's their authenticity. You think that celebrity posting that is their authentic self, but it really is just a persona. And as a person that's taking that in, you're seeing somebody that's successful, has money, has fame, talent, I guess you could say. You want to be that person. And when you do that, you're watching this person, you're watching another person get all these accolades. You want to start to develop their traits and be them. That's the first mistake, because Now you're trying to be a fake version of someone else, their persona, instead of being your unique self. Or you're seeing most people take an opinion about the election or about relationships or about what you should have at a certain age. Don't feed into that. Don't take on all those opinions. Whatever you see on social media, question it. And that's really going to be a thing you keep hearing me say in this video. Question everything you see. Stop consuming stuff as truth, because when you do that, it is reforming and shaping your personality. And you don't want to do that. You want to have your own unique, untapped personality as much as possible. So when you read something online about a person, don't take that as truth immediately. If you see somebody win a game or win the election, don't take that as truth immediately. Just because most people online are talking about they can't get a man or they can't get a woman or a relationship, the dating scene is bad, don't take that in, because that stuff affects your personality and who you are. The reason why it does is because when you read all this stuff online, it's changing your thinking. And when it's changing your thinking, it's changing your personal expression, how you personally express your personality and how you behave because of your thinking. So everything that you see, I want you to question it online. Also, I want you to stop comparing yourself to the people that you see online, because when you're comparing yourself, you're taking on another person's personality. And another person's persona is not going to fit in the spiritual curriculum that the universe has for you. The universe wants you to be a certain type of way. The universe wants you to invent certain things, create certain things, be a certain type of way. So when you're trying to be Beyonce, or you're trying to be SZA, or you're trying to be another celebrity or person, you are not following your spiritual curriculum. You are out of spiritual alignment. The second thing I want to cover is my experience with religion. Religion is another way that we're being brainwashed in society. Society wants you to mainly be Christian, or to be Muslim, or to particularly be Jewish, the Abrahamic religions, right? And if you grew up in one of these, and I'm specifically really talking to my Christians here that's maybe watching this video, that's fine if you are Christian. But what I do want everybody to ask themselves is, were you born Christian? And the answer should be no, because nobody's born a religion. What you are is born, and then your family decide what religion you should have based on what they believe. And then you take on those beliefs because you're used to your family having those beliefs, and you want to relate to them and be comfortable in their presence. You want to have the same morals, same values. So you just take on what they believe. But did you ever question it? And then at the same time, I want you to ask yourself, is this religion working for you? Are you genuinely feeling like a better person? Are you genuinely feeling happy? If you are, keep it. And if it's comfortable and you like it, keep it. Don't let go of it. But if you haven't asked yourself these questions, then I want you to start asking them. Like, was I forced into this religion? Was I brainwashed into this? Did I actually choose to be part of this? Or do I just feel like this is the norm? Really, as African people, if you go back in history, a lot of us were not Christian. See, a lot of Christianity originated from Ethiopia. They talk about that the east part of Africa. But when it comes to a lot of us who are West African, we had a lot of African spirituality that was completely different and didn't involve Christian beliefs. And nobody goes to research those things. Have you gone and researched really on your own, did a deep dive into African spirituality just to understand it, not to convert, but to just genuinely understand it? Or have you been too scared, too brainwashed by society to do that? And if we think about it this way too, if you're disagreeing with some of the stuff I'm saying at this point, right? If there are all these different type of religions in the world and spiritual practices, right? And it's working for those people that are part of it, right? It might be not working for some people that are part of it, but a lot of people, it's working for them. They're practicing it because they're getting a benefit from it, right? Then there must be some truth in it, right? The people are part of it. They like it. They're happy. They're seeing a result. So there must be some truth. There must be something about it that's connecting them to that, right? Another way that we're brainwashed is through dating. You don't always need to be in a relationship. You don't always need a person. That's something that social media and the world is like pushing onto you, but you may be better off without a partner right now. You may not even be in a space. And really, when it comes to dating, I feel like dating has turned more into using somebody for something than genuinely connecting with another human. The same way we connect with our friends is not the same way people connect with their romantic partners. It's like you use the romantic partners, but you connect with your friends. And then you wonder why the romance doesn't work out, because you're using each other. You're not actually connecting on a level. It's nothing wrong with, having benefits when it comes to being in a relationship. But I feel like you need to genuinely connect with the person's soul. And you need to figure out, is this someone I want to be around even when things are difficult for me or difficult for them? And I feel like when it comes to romance, I feel like we've been conditioned to believe I gotta have a person that's gonna fly me out. I gotta have a person that's paying for everything for me. I need a person that's putting the rose petals on the bed for me type of videos. Like, you've seen those videos online, right, of that happening, and that's beautiful, but that's not always reality, and that's not always how relationships should look. A relationship has no should look. It's no way it should be. The only thing that should be there is happiness, peace, connection, joy, support, emotional fulfillment. Those are the things that should be there, but there's no look. There's no look on romance. There, even to a certain degree, we're programmed on like the way somebody should look. Like, did we have preferences growing up for dating somebody who was tall? Or is that something that you got from social media? Is there someone that you could be with that is shorter? Is there someone, a lot of people even have a preference or some type of concept when it comes to like race or skin color, but really that has nothing to do with what you really want. What you really want, your soul wants, is someone to love you, care about you, but you're letting society and letting your friends and people convince you need somebody this height, has this much money, knows this amount of stuff, does all this stuff for you, when that's not real. That's not something that you genuinely need. Like, your soul is hungry for something else. And society will have you believe that you just should be in a relationship just because Christmas is coming up or Valentine's Day is coming up. But that's not genuinely what your soul always needs. And that's not always what you need spiritually. Another thing when it comes to romance and social media doesn't teach you the fact that romance comes with complexity, and it comes with more than just a person being perfect. And I feel like there's two sides to this. There's some people that do accept the complexity and they don't know when to let go of the person when it's too chaotic. And then there's the other people that want an easy relationship, and you're not gonna get that ever. There's always gonna be those rough periods where you have to work through things with the person. And really, relationships, and this is the thing social media doesn't talk about, relationships aren't built on preventing issues. Relationships are built on conflict resolution. You really want the partner, you don't want the partner that never causes issues with you, never has a problem. No, you want the partner that has good communication skills and good conflict resolution, because that's going to be the thing that carries you throughout the relationship. If you get married, if you have kids, you need to see how a person resolves conflict. Are they avoidant when a problem starts? Are they aggressive when a problem starts? Are they anxious and needy, and just listen to everything that you have to say and don't ever question anything? See how people resolve conflict. Look at their darker sides of them. People don't want to look at the darker sides of someone and accept that part of them. And that's how you really get to a intimate, close relationship, when you're able to see each other's shadow and exist there comfortably. So when it comes to these things like social media, religion, and romance, I want you to just ask yourself more questions. And if you've gotten to this point in the video and you're like, damn, like I really have been plugged in, like this stuff, yeah, I haven't really ever thought about this stuff. In order to be your own person, I want to give you this. I want to give you this solution, and you can decide if you want to take it or not. I think when it comes to all this stuff shaping your personality, that you need to do the opposite and unplug from it. You're consuming all this stuff, And the best thing you can do when you're consuming too much garbage is to go on a fast. So if you want to reconnect, what does my spirit really want? What do I really want? Who am I? You have to take a fast from all those things that you're consuming. The stuff on social media, the religion that you're a part of, you need to fast from all those things. And then while you're fasting, you need to question it. Is this for me? Has this religion really been working for me? Does this make sense to me? The people I follow, do they make me happy? Am I always seeing negative stuff on my timeline? Am I always going into comment sections and agreeing with everything that I see in the comment section and not having my own opinion? I want you to look at these things and I want you to really meditate on them and ask the questions. Ask the questions. And then after that, I want you to, when you're taking this fast away from social media, away from certain foods, away from the religion, away from dating, and these people that you know aren't good for you, when you're fasting from all of that and you get to be by yourself, I want you to create something. And when you create something, I don't want you to go on Pinterest. I don't want you to look up a video. I want you to create something with your own mind. When we create stuff with our own mind and we express ourselves, this is what you see a lot when it comes to artists, music artists. When you express yourself, you are truly channeling something from your spirit out into the world. And it's something that's not been touched and tapped by other people. And I want you to have that type of spiritual experience where you create something meaningful to you in this world without other people's opinions or any outside influence. And that creation is going to actually reflect back to you who you actually are. So through that process, you can be your own creator and you can actually have your own power in your life without the impressions. All in all, I hope through this video that I was able to create some independent thinkers. I love a person that thinks for themselves and doesn't let other people penetrate that. And I like people that are authentic, and I like people that have their own opinion, and I like people that research and ask questions and are open-minded. And I hope through this video I was able to create at least one person that's an independent thinker as well. So yeah, hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Take care.